I think that when I was doing like Cato as a pun, I was basically just, I had like a tiny little MIDI keyboard and just kind of fooling around, just like just making a little song, not thinking too deeply about it, just like having fun, put the headphones on and just make a song. I'm not thinking about it as being like a thing that I'm going to release or play for anyone ever, just like something to do with my time that is more positive than, sort of ruminating over how I'm going to be a horrible father or whatever. The people that we were staying with in Norway had a cat that they named Cato. And, it's like, obviously, it's a play on words to call your cat Cato in a way. So that was kind of like Cato as a pun, was a connection to that. So a lot of the song titles are connected to living in Norway. Heimdalsgata is the street that we were living on while we were in Norway, and Granlandic is the neighborhood that we were living in. Kongsvinger is the city that my ex-wife's family lived, where we used to go. And so that whole section is very much connected to that experience in Norway. But yeah, Cato is a pun. It's like, it's not really about, has nothing to do with the cat really, but the second verse is kind of more about, I can't even pretend like we're friends. I've written a lot of songs about like different people, like different friendships that were sort of fizzling out or were sort of toxic. And so that second verse is kind of about that, like, how I kind of felt that I wasn't really emotionally supported by the people in my life at that time. It's troubling when you're going through a difficult period and you don't feel like anyone gives a shit. And on top of that, they're like adding more stress because they're bitching to you about something that you can't control. So that's I would say, a very unhappy song.
I can't even pretend that you are my friend. Has happened to you and I, and don't say that I have changed, 'cause man, of course I have. Are you far too depressed now even to answer the phone? I guess you just want to shave your head, have a drink and be left alone.
Satanic Panic in the Attic was the first record that I did almost exclusively by myself. And so all the other records, I had other people who were contributing. And definitely like The Gay Parade, Coco Sleep in the Poppies, and Ald Hills Arboretum were more band records in that like pretty much every single song had one or two or three or four other people playing on it. And then after Ald Hills Arboretum, the people that I had been playing, or a bunch of the people that I've been playing with, decided they didn't want to be in the band anymore. That was like right around the time where I got married, and Nina and I moved in with my brother, and I still had like some recording gear. And so it's kind of just, the one consistent in my life has always been that I just want to be working on music all the time. So I had some recording gear in this one bedroom, an extra bedroom that we had, and set up there and made Satanic Panic in the Attic. But I was kind of thinking like, well, the band's maybe done forever. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to make this record. So I make Satanic Panic in the Attic, and then people seem to like it. Disconnect the Dots gets played on like MTV. I can't remember what the show was called, but it's some like indie rock MTV show that they had. And I was like, okay, cool. Like things are starting to go well. College radio seems to like it. We're getting, invited to play these cool shows. And so then people want to get back in the band. So it was easier to find some musicians. And then like some of the people that had been in the band before still wanted to be in the band. So everything was like kind of chill then. But then when I made Sunlighting Twins totally by myself again, they're like, what the fuck? You're just going to completely like freeze us out. We're not going to be involved in any of this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. Because I just want it's very therapeutic for me. You know, of course it's therapeutic for them as well, but for me it's like I need to be in the studio with the headphones on, just escaping and creating, and it's so fulfilling to do that. And I don't need necessarily, unless I might want other people to be involved, but I don't really need other people to be involved to like do the things that I want to do. And it's kind of easier if I can just, and it's more fun if I can do the things myself. I can play the keyboards myself, play the bass myself, you know, do whatever it is myself. So at that time especially, I just didn't really think that much about including other people. So it would hurt their feelings. Well, one person in particular hurt their feelings the most. And so it was kind of like a weird thing that I was going through, where it was like, on a lot of levels, things are great. On a lot of levels, things are horrible. And I'm just kind of absorbing all of it and feeling all of it. And it's a bit overwhelming.